Good afternoon, everyone. So today I am Navneet Singh. I am presenting a presentation on the theme writing. My topic is digital payment is a boom for India. So first we understand what is a digital payment. Digital payment are the transactions that take place digitally or online via online mode with no physical exchange of money. It's involved. It's mean that the both parties paying or payer are using electronic media to exchange the money. The government of India has been undertaking several measures to promote and encourage the digital payment in the India. As per the part of Digital India campaign, the government has an aim to create digital empowerment economy that are faceless, paperless and cashless. So there are various types of methods of digital payment. So what is the electronic payment system and how it's works? So further we discuss on it. So digital payment method in India, after the launch of cashless India, we are currently have the 10 methods of digital payment available in India. Some methods have been used more than a decade, some have become a popular recently, some other are relative now. The first one is a banking cards. India widely using banking cards, a debit card, credit card or a prepare card. As an alternative to cash payment, Andhra Bank launched the first credit card in India in 1981. Cards are preferred because multiple reasons include not limited convenience, portability, safety and security. So this is an only mode of digital payment that is a popular in online transaction, physically transactions alike. Nowadays, many are being launched with the sole purpose of managing card transaction like credit square, etc. So unstructured supplementary services data USDT was launched those section of India population which don't have access the proper banking the internet facilities. Under the USDT mobile banking transaction are possible without an internet connection by the simply dial on star 99 hash. An essential features phone. So first, after the UPI, Unified Payment Interference, so it's launched by the NSPI, NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India. UPI is a payment system that accumulates numerous bank accounts into a single application, allowing transfer of money easily between any two parties as compared to NEFT, RTGS and IMPS. UPI is a far more well-defined and standard across bank. You can also use UPI to initiate a bank transfer from anywhere in just few clicks. There are many benefits of UPI. First one is that transaction within a minute, and the second one it's a doorstep service provided by the UPI app, and the more cashback people attract through the cashback, and the last one is a 24 into 7 customer support helpline. So at the end of the conclusion, it's a boom for India and it's given towards the development of a nation, and it will helpful for the everyone. So we are going towards the development of the nation. Thank you and have a nice day. If anyone have any question regarding it, you can ask.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Navneet. It was a wonderful paper that you presented on digitalization. And now I would request if you have any questions to ask, Manmeet, you may ask. Although you were busy writing the questionnaire, yet you were listening too. Because, we are multitasking people. We can do 2-3 tasks together. So I, imagine and I would appreciate if you could ask some question to Manmeet. Yes. He was talking about digital currency. Yes, Anuksha has a question. Manmeet, come here. Yes. Come here. Anuksha. She is Anuksha Sirari from MA Previous. She has a question to Manmeet.
Good afternoon, everyone. My question to you is, as your topic was the digitalization as the boon for the India, can we even talk about some of the consequences or the negative impact that we are going to face in our country?
It's a very beautiful question asked by her. So there are many questions and negative points are there are false transaction and the scammers and the fraud has been increasing day by day. So first we have to alert about this. We can using the help support. So suppose that if we using any UPI app and we get any frauded by the someone, so first we have to contact to the customer support that present in this particular app. Some person are searching on the Google what is the helpline number of phone pay, and there are many scammers and they can contact to you easily, and we are clicking on the unrestricted app by that. So we are aware about it. Anyone else?
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
I also have a question. Since you are reading your paper on digital payment and digital payment nowadays are running in lakhs and crores of rupees, है ना? All of us make digital payments. So, how will you throw some light on the cyber ठगी problem, the cyber fraud going on while we transact online and while we make digital payments?
Cyber frauds are increasing day by day, and the CBT exam, computer based exam, is conducting every day in a lakhs of. And the reason the jammer is fitted by the government to solve this problem at the particular exam centers. And if you're talking about the scammers, those who scam through the by the messages links, so we have to alert about that. There are help support system provided in the particular app, so we can contact on that. There is a 24 into 7 services are provided by the particular, like a phone pay, Paytm, and the Google. They are having the more powerful customer support services.
Anyone else has a question to Manmeet? Well, I do have a question. Okay.
Sure, sir.
When you say that this is such a wonderful thing, then why is Reserve Bank say planning to close it, shut down by the 29th of Feb? Because this is there. This news is there in newspapers.
Sir, it's a particular for the Paytm Payments Bank. It's been shut down on upcoming 29 February. There are a particular reason for that. The Paytm Payments Bank not following the rules of the RBI. It's a Reserve Bank of India, so that's why they are shut down it.
Okay, regarding this Paytm shutdown, I would like to make a clarification, okay? Oh, Paytm will not shut down. You will go on making payments via Paytm. It is the Paytm bank that is going to be shut down because it is not following RBI guidelines. It is the Paytm bank, okay? Not Paytm, the regular mode we use of Paytm. It is not going to close. It will work.
UPI
UPI will work, okay?
UPI.
So don't confuse in between the two.
They both terms are different. Using Paytm and Paytm Payments Bank, they both have the different things. The Paytm you can use a UPI, but along with the Paytm Payments Bank is not working in the upcoming 29 of the Feb. So we be aware about it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Manmeet. It was a wonderful paper, and in fact, as a result of your paper, there were many queries from students as well as from the faculty members. So, and you responded to all those queries very well, with confidence, with poise. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Manmeet. Now, the second presenter is Karan. Karan is speaking on theme writing, okay, like Manmeet, and his topic is diligence is the mother of success. And I would like to tell you all, yes, diligence, you know diligence? Hard work. Hard work is the mother of success. If you want to achieve success in your life, you have to be diligent, okay? So he's speaking on this topic.
Good afternoon, all of you. Today I am speaking on a topic: diligence is mother of success. Starting from a line which was spoken by the Longfellow, the height by great men reach and keep were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, they are toiling upward in the night. There cannot be any shortcut to success. The toil of year, the sweat of your brow, continuous struggling that you make everything count in achieving the goal. Looking at the biographies of great men, we find that most of the successful persons, whatever their field, inventor, artist, scientist, technocrat, sculptor, thinker, leader, and worker of any kind. Their all success, their indefatigable hard work and dedication. They were in the men who achieved their success with dedication, devotion, true and hard work. They really proved that secret of success consists in being master of a subject. Such mastery, attainable thought, continuous application is story. Those who work diligently not only achieve their goal and get success, but also remain happy, cheerful and active, which is itself a great reward even if the work does not bring success. Idleness or laziness is what, as it brings jealousy, gloom, frustration, depression, which is more degrading than the failure of itself. Walter Scott, the famous novelist of Scotland, who started his life as an ordinary clerk, attained the great heights of eminence by dint of his sheer diligence. He used to rise 5 o'clock, and by the time his family assembled to breakfast, He has done enough, to use his own words, to break the neck of the day work. Excellence is an every approaching target. One who puts in his best in pursuit of excellence, he reaches nearest to goal. Full dedication, high degree of devotion, cuts the time up to half. Glimpse of history tell us that all the successful personalities were determined and devoted fully to achieve whatever they thought or desired. Seize the example of Dhirubhai Ambani, who put the Reliance Group in the Fortune 400 company, started merely with an investment of rupees 15,000 and made it a company of 16,000 crore. It looked unimaginable, unbelievable, but it is a fact. The diligence of Mr. Ambani's full dedication and devotion to do something extraordinary raised him to such unimaginable height. Enthusiasm is the best asset of person, and self-determination and hard work could achieve everything. Failure of any kind does not deter them but make them more financially dedicated toward achieving the goal. Failure natural happiness. All successful persons face failure of many kind, but they work with more enthusiasm, more determination, zeal, analyze their shortcoming and tries more and got success. Those who consider themselves born to ill luck very wrongly assume that all their failure and misfortune are because of their hard luck. They do not analyze their weakness, shortcoming, lack of effort, but laminate of their ill fate. Fate is nothing but a creation of idle fancy, invention of superstitious brain. Dr. Johnson has rightly said all the complaints which are made of the world are unjust. I have never known a man of merit and diligence neglected. It was just own fault that he failed of success. Several proverbs signifies the importance of diligence. No sweat or no sweat. Good health those who have themselves. The world in his who have patience and industry's fortune favor the brave. Perseverance and dedication are the key to success. These proverbs are term and experience for everybody. Test and still bear the force of truth and accuracy. One should not trifle away the importance of intelligence. Along with diligence, labor and hard work pay when apply intelligence and analytically. Just and diligence alone cannot help in achieving a success. In the same way, intelligence alone cannot help in making an successful. It is the result of both diligence and intelligentsia which make a man successful. Taking right decision at the right time in the right manner means intelligence is putting hard work to achieving a goal. Undoubtable by the problem and positive thinking, I mean diligence. No doubt diligence is very necessary for success, but intelligent decision is making an important factor that cannot be ignored. We know so many daily wage earners toiling hard work and night to earn their livelihood, but cannot be termed as successful. But as a person putting their labor and managing the thing properly, earning and summoning success. Thank you.
Okay, nice, Karan. Karan presented a paper on diligence is the mother of success. And in his paper, he proved that there is no shortcut to success. You have to work hard to achieve your goals. Anybody who is wishing to ask a question may raise hands and ask a question. Is there any question from the audience?
Hello. He's our principal, Professor Ashok Arya, sir. We warmly welcome him to the seminar. I request Dr. Ashok Gupta, sir, to please take over seat in the on the dais. And I would like to request Dr. Vaidwan to please welcome Dr. Ashok Arya, sir, the principal of our college, with a garland. Now I request Dr. Ashok Gupta, sir, to please garland our principal sahib, Dr. Ashok Arya, sir. And I really appreciate and admire Dr. Ashok Gupta, sir, because he escorted the principal sahib to the seminar room. हमें बहुत खुशी है कि प्रिंसिपल साहब यहाँ पधारे सेमिनार हॉल में, और मैं ख़ास तौर से अशोक गुप्ता सर, सीनियर प्रोफेसर डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ ज्योग्राफी का शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहूँगा कि उन्होंने एस्कॉर्ट किया उन्हें. ओके, यस, मयंक सर, यू कैन नाउ आस्क मी टू गार्लैंड. Thank you so much. You see?
Now I would request Dr. Farooqi to please welcome the principal of this college, Dr. Arya, with a garland.
बहुत हमारा बिजी शेड्यूल चल रहा है. 5 फरवरी से सेमेस्टर एग्ज़ाम शुरू होने जा रहे हैं. प्रिंसिपल साहब बहुत बिजी हैं, तो हम उनके बहुत ज़्यादा शुक्रगुजार हैं कि इतने मसरूफ़ शेड्यूल में, इतने व्यस्तम जो है शेड्यूल है, रूटीन है, उसके बावजूद वो यहाँ पधारे और उन्होंने हमें वक्त दिया. उसके लिए हम बहुत बहुत उनके थैंकफुल हैं, ग्रेटफुल हैं. अब हम सर की इजाज़त से थोड़ा बाहर आएंगे. Now I request Rupin Sharma, a student of MA previous year. Rupin Sharma is presenting her paper on Paradise Lost. Rupin Sharma is presenting her paper on Ode on a Distant Prospect of Eton College. Ode on a Distant Prospect of Eton College is an ode by Thomas Gray. Thomas Gray, okay? Yes.
ना थोड़ी थोड़ी देर बाद, ठीक है? एक बार उसमें देख लेना, टॉप मैं तुमको बता दूंगी. Greetings of the day to one and all present here. Honorable Principal Sir, respected teachers, seniors and dear colleagues. Today I, Rupin Sharma, is going to present a literary review on the topic Ode on a Distant Prospect of Eton by Thomas Gray. Ode on Distant Prospect of Eton is an 18th century ode written in a romantic poetry. It was written by Thomas Gray in 1742 and R. Slay published it in London in 1747. Gray was an English poet, classical scholar, professor at Pembroke College, Cambridge, best known for his poem Elegy written in a country churchyard. From 1725 to 1734, Gray attended Eton College, located opposite Windsor Castle on the other side of Thames. Thomas was a literary boy, flourished at Eton. Next. His work merges former styles of poet Alexander Pope with emotional and personal tone of poets like William Blake. Gray touches on themes of desire, loss and frustration. The poem is a romantic poem of return. Its main message concerns the process of growing up, acquiring knowledge, a process that can put a person on path of woe and unhappiness. As the title of the poem indicates, On a Distant Prospect of Eton provides a view, a prospect. Prospect means when we go to the past to look up the things. It was written in a nostalgic tone. The tone was nostalgic and the poem had a setting of College of Eton, a prestigious private boarding school located at Bexreen in the town of Eton across Thames River from borough of Vincent. King Henry VI founded the college in 1440 as the King's College of Our Lady Eton. The speaker also includes personal elements with images of nature presenting a visual of grove, lawn, castle, flowers in the surrounding landscape. The speaker brings in Thames or River Thames, a river that flows through the city of London. It details the view of Eton very beautifully. He has personified various things like Thames. He has personified Thames as a hovered silver-haired person, and he has also presented the images of happy hills, grove lawns, pastoral images, etc. Next. One of the overt themes in Ode on a Distant Prospect involves contrasting elements of emotion, experiences of childhood and adulthood. The first half of the Gray's poem mostly contains a cheerful and positive tone while entering on the theme of childhood. Gray depicts childhood as active, carefree, witty, and pure. Heavy emotions don't trouble them, dark feelings can't cloud the sunshine of the breast. In, the, in this point, in the poem, childhood is an innocent, worry free period, but in the second half, the speaker moves on to the theme of adulthood. At this point, the tone turns stark. The speaker introduces violent images like black misfortune, baleful train. In the poem, adulthood is a powerfully frightening experience. The disquieting tone advances the speaker's belief that adulthood is a time full of challenges and despair. He includes tones of emotion, anger, fear, shame, love, jealousy, despair, and sorrow. Some will rise in emotion only to fall in despair. The stark difference between the presentation of children and adults illustrate the tension. So we conclude here that the poem portrayed a beautiful picture of life with its dark realities. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rupin. I have asked for. What is there? This. Do you have any question to ask to Rupin? Rupin has presented her paper on Ode on a Distant Prospect of Eton College. This is a poem by Thomas Gray. Thomas Gray is called as a transitional poet. Okay, a transitional poet. Now, since nobody is asking, I'm asking you, why is he called a transitional poet? Why is he called a transitional poet?
He's called a transition poet because in his poem he presents two pictures. Half of the poem is presenting a positive picture, then he turns his tone, the theme of the poem changes to something grey or darker side. And we can see also in this poem that the half of the poem was about the positive beauty of childhood. Children are playing, they don't know about the worries of the world. Next, in the second, when we come to the second half of the poem, the thing changes to a darker theme, the adulthood, the problems people face, the misery of life, and also he is a transitional poet. He does the transition in the poem. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, Tupin. But I would like to add, he's called a transitional poet because he happened between the two important ages, classical age and romantic age. Since he was writing his poetry in between these two ages, so we have glimpses of both the ages in his poetry. That is why we call him a transition poet. Thank you, Rupin. Now I call upon Amit Kumar Berwa. Amit Kumar Berwa is a student of MPVS. He would speak on John Donne's poem, Go and Catch a Falling Star. Go and Catch a Falling Star. इसको होल्ड करना.
Appreciation of the John Donne's poem Go and Catch a Falling Star. Born in 1572 at London to Roman Catholic parents. At age 12, Don matriculated and most likely continued his education at the University of Cambridge. John Donne is metaphysical poetry is a genre that emerged in the 17th century, has with its intellectual depth and emotional resonance. His works explore complex themes such as metaphors and conceits that have influenced generations of poets. The Don conceits which are learned, intellectual, and over elaborated. It is complex and difficult. In order to arrest attention of tone, Donne's poem begins abruptly and colloquially. And moreover, unusual compound words are also used for the same purpose. of learning, and to show their learning was their whole endeavor. Done is considered at the poem Go and Catch a Falling Star, first published in 1633. Theme women's supposedly inevitable infidelity. In the poem, in the over, but finding a woman who will be faithful to him is impossible. The turn taken is one of gentle cynicism and mocking. Then asks the reader to do constant woman, thus insinuating that such a woman does not exist. Things a lyrical element to the words and a musical rhythm, which are fulfilled by this neat then might be expected 9 lines each, but this allows for more complex and poetry. The poem explores the theme women's romantic infidelity using a listener to do a number of impossible things like to catch a falling star, to impregnate that has passed, to discover who divided the devil's soup into two parts, to teach avoid ever feeling envy. If the listener was born with power to see mysterious and invisible things, an impossibly long quest of 10,000 days until he has become an old man, comes back from this journey, he will have all kinds of stories about the magic. Them all, he never saw a woman who was both faithful and beautiful. If the listener meet her, but no, the speaker changes his mind, he wouldn't go because even if she were faithful when the listener met her and stayed faithful long enough for the she would inevitably have cheated on 2 or 3 lovers. And jibes every beautiful woman of the world. He is not against beauty but against this. The poet goes at the peak while describing impossibility of a work, but suddenly he task which is impossible in the eyes of the poet is to find a loyal and faithful woman. Thank you.
अच्छा, आप में से कोई और अगर पीपीटी पेश करना चाहे तो बात अलग है, तब तो जो है सर यहाँ तशरीफ़ रखेंगे, वरना हम सर को हम गुजारिश करेंगे दोबारा से कि सर स्टेज पर तशरीफ़ रखें। जी अच्छा अच्छा ठीक है। ये बहुत इनका अच्छा एक प्रेजेंटेशन था जो इन्होंने गो एंड कैच अ फॉलिंग स्टार पे पेश किया। मैं इनका नाम है अमित कुमार बैरवा। तो अमित कुमार बैरवा ने जो पोएम ये पेश की, मैं सबको चाहूँगा कि एक इस पर नज़र मैं डालूँ। ये बहुत जो जॉर्डन की पोएम है, जॉर्डन जो है वो एक तरह से एंटी फेमिनिस्ट हैं। तो जो वीमेन फोक है, जो यानी महिलाएं हैं, वो अक्सर नापसंद करती हैं जॉर्डन की कुछ कविताओं को, ख़ास तौर से जैसे गो एंड कैच अ फॉलिंग स्टार है या दूसरी इस तरह की पोएम्स हैं, क्योंकि इसमें इन्होंने ये कहा है कि दुनिया में खूबसूरत औरतें अगर हैं तो वो वफादार नहीं हैं, और जो वफादार है वो खूबसूरत नहीं है। खूबसूरती और वफादारी एक साथ नहीं मिलती है। तो ये कहना है जॉर्डन का इस पोएम में, यही इसका मेन थीम है। यू विल नॉट फाइंड अ वुमन हु इज बोथ ब्यूटीफुल एंड फेथफुल। तो ब्यूटी एंड फेथफुलनेस एक साथ एग्जिस्ट नहीं करते हैं। ये थी इनकी पोएम। अच्छा, इन्होंने बात की मेटाफिजिकल कंसीट की। ओके, ही वाज टॉकिंग अबाउट मेटाफिजिकल कंसीट। ये एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स है जॉर्डन की पोइट्री में, वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स। तो मैं इनसे चाहूँगा इस पर रोशनी डालें कि ये है क्या, मेटाफिजिकल कंसीट किसे कहते हैं। मेटाफिजिकल कंसीट और कोई बताएगा? देखिए खास बात क्या है मेटाफिजिकल कंसीट में, क्या है कि होमोजिनिटी देखी जाती है। होमोजिनिटी मतलब समानता किसमें देखी जाती है? हेट्रोजिनिटी में। हेट्रोजिनिटी में यानी दो जो परस्पर विरोधी चीजें हैं उसमें समानता देखने की कोशिश को मेटाफिजिकल कंसीट कहा जाता है। तो ये एक खास कैरेक्टरिस्टिक है, विशेषता है मेटाफिजिकल पोइट्री की। थैंक यू सो मच। अमित बैरवा के बाद मैं अब गुजारिश करूंगा नेहा जांगिड़ से कि नेहा जांगिड़ यहाँ तशरीफ लाएं और अपनी प्रस्तुति दें। नेहा जांगिड़, नेहा जांगिड़ क्या सब्जेक्ट है आपका? नेहा जांगिड़ पैराडाइज लॉस्ट पे बात कर रही हैं। पैराडाइज लॉस्ट जो है आप जानते हैं क्या है, वो एक महाकाव्य है, इपिक है जॉन मिल्टन का। जिस तरह से हमारे देश में महाभारत और रामायण बहुत मशहूर महाकाव्य हैं, ठीक है, उसी तरह से ओडिसी होमर का बहुत मशहूर महाकाव्य है, इलियड बहुत मशहूर महाकाव्य है। ऐसे ही एक रिलीजियस इपिक है जॉन मिल्टन का पैराडाइज लॉस्ट, उस पर बात करेंगी नेहा जांगिड़।
Respected Principal Sir, teachers and all the students, a very good afternoon. A very good afternoon to you all. I am presenting on Paradise Lost, which is written by John Milton. John Milton was a 17th century historian, journalist and poet born on December 9, 1608 in London, England. He was best known for his writing of Paradise Lost. Milton first planned to become a priest. He studied at Cambridge University and afterwards decided to abandon this path to become a full-time writer and a poet. Milton became very active in politics and often wrote political pamphlets along with their other writings. Many of his works have religious, political, and personal themes. When the monarchy was restored in England in 1660, Milton was imprisoned but later pardoned. He spent the rest of his life writing. He passed away on November 8, 1674 in London, England. Now I'm talking about the title. Paradise Lost refers to the expulsions of the first humans, Adam and Eve, from the Garden of Eden after they commit sin by eating from the forbidden tree of knowledge. Despite its remote religious matter, Paradise Lost reflects the political issues on the time of without directly containing any of them. The themes of Saturn's rebellion against God, the war in heaven, and even Adam and Eve's freedoms to obey or disobey God certainly allow the poem to carry political themes. Milton's evoking myths, the poet asks the heavenly muse to tell him about the first sin of the man. He evokes his muse, whom he identifies as the Holy Spirit. He asserts his hopes that his epic poem will surpass the other great epic poem written before, as he claims that his story is the most original and the most virtuous. He also asks his muse to fill his mind with divine knowledge so that he can share this knowledge with others. Milton asserts that this original sin brought death to human beings for the first time, causing us to lose our home in paradise until Jesus come to restore humankind to its former positions of purity. Paradise Lost actually opens from Saturn's perspective. Having just been cast out of heaven from rebellion, Saturn finds himself in a lake of fire where the fumes over his defeat. He then gathers together all of his fellow angels and they deceive a plan. They will take their revenge on God by tempting God's newest creation. After he sneaks into the paradise designed from mankind called the Garden of Eden, Saturn observes Adam and Eve, the first humans. He learns that they are free to do whatever they want, they please, but have one commandment: they must not disobey or punishment of death. They may not eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. If Milton believed in free will, then the meaning of the poem is that all creatures are responsible for their own choices and therefore cannot blame a higher authority for their suffering. Human beings fall Human beings fall through their own folly and have the excuse of being misled by Satan, who seduced Adam and Eve. For man, God will send repeated bondings, grace, and insights. The emphasis is an obedience. Adam's sins was disobedience, disloyalty to God. Predestined and free will. This is a background topic which I want to share my thoughts on it. Since we have seen that the dominance of sin from the time of its subjections of first man not only extends over the whole race but also exclusively process every soul, it now remains to be more closely investigated whether we are despoiled of all freedom and if any sorry and if any particle of it yet remain, how far its power extends. Every man being created for one of other of these ends, we say he is predestined either of life or a death. Thank you.
Neha Jangir presented a very nice paper on Paradise Lost. पैराडाइज लॉस्ट आप में से कितने लोगों ने पढ़ा हुआ है ये बताएं, पहले हाथ खड़ा करें. पैराडाइज लॉस्ट कितने लोगों ने पढ़ा है? अभी नहीं पढ़ा तो आप इसे पढ़ें, एंजॉय करने वाले हैं. मैं बस ज़रा सा बताना चाहूँगा, पैराडाइज लॉस्ट जो है वो जेनेसिस पे है, यानी जिस तरह से ईश्वर ने जो है ज़मीन की को बनाया और सारी जो ब्रह्मांड है उसकी उत्पत्ति की, तो उस पर ये बेस्ड है. तो सबसे आखिरी दिन ईश्वर ने इंसान को बनाया. तो पहला इंसान कौन है? एडम. तो जब एडम को बनाया तो क्योंकि वो सबसे अच्छी कृति थी ईश्वर की, इससे पहले उन्होंने सब पेड़ पौधे पहाड़ ज़मीन ये सारे सितारे सूरज ये सब बनाए, लेकिन सबसे लास्ट में क्या बनाया? इंसान को. और उनको बहुत नाज हुआ, बहुत प्राउड फील हुआ, बहुत फ़ख्र हुआ इस बात पे कि उन्होंने इतनी अच्छी कृति बनाई है जो इंसान है. तो हम लोग को खुश होना चाहिए कि ईश्वर ने हमको इंसान बनाया, हम सब उनकी औलाद हैं. तो जब एडम को बनाया तो उन्होंने जो एंजल सबसे ऊपर हुआ करते थे, सबसे क्लोज थे ईश्वर के, एंजल से कहा कि तुम इनको बो करो, सजदा करो, झुक जाओ इनके सम्मान में. तो सभी लोग झुके, लेकिन एक उसमें फरिश्ता जो कि ईश्वर के बहुत क्लोज था नहीं झुका. उसने कहा ये तो आपने मिट्टी से बनाया है, मिट्टी तो एकदम जो है नाकारा चीज़ है, बेकार, खाक कहते हैं उसको, तो मैं क्यों झुकूं? मुझे तो आपने आग से बनाया, मैं नहीं झुकूंगा. तो उसने क्या किया? डिसोबे किया गॉड को. ये डिसोबीडियंस था. तो ये डिसोबीडियंस जो है, अवज्ञा, बहुत बड़ा सिन है. ठीक है, तो आप लोग इस बात से सीख लें कि पेरेंट्स हों या गुरुजन हों या बड़े हों, हमें डिसओबे नहीं करना चाहिए, अवज्ञा नहीं होनी चाहिए. तो ये सबसे बड़ा सिन था. तो ईश्वर ने उसको जो है जन्नत से निकाल दिया. सब पहले जन्नत में थे, उसको निकाल दिया जन्नत से. तो ये हुआ. ठीक है, यही स्टोरी में है. और जो एडम है, जब उनको बनाया वो सिंगल थे, उनसे कहा, और फिर जब देखा ईश्वर ने अकेले हैं तो उनके लिए उन्होंने ईव को भी बनाया. ईव जी जो पहली महिला हैं, उनका पार्टनर बनाया, उनको उनकी पसली से, रिप से पैदा किया. इसको ईव को, जो एडम की पार्टनर थी. और एडम से कहा कि वहाँ पे एक फ्रूट था जन्नत में, एक फ्रूट का पेड़, एप्पल ट्री, कहा कि इसका फल नहीं खाना है. उसको क्या बोलते हैं हम? ट्री ऑफ नॉलेज. लेकिन उन्होंने, ईव ने कहा, मतलब शैतान आया, शैतान ने कहा ईश्वर ने मुझे निकाल दिया है. तो वो भड़काता है ईव को आके कि अरे ये तो सबसे लजीज फल है, इसे तो ज़रूर खाइए, इसे खा के तो कहते हैं आप में बहुत ज्ञान आ जाएगा, ज्ञान की वृद्धि होगी, आप जानेंगे सच गलत क्या है, क्या अच्छाई है, तो सुंदरता के बारे में जानेंगे. तो वो ईव को भड़काते हैं और ईव भड़क जाती हैं. और फिर ईव जो है फिर अपने पार्टनर एडम को भी भड़काती हैं और खुद खाती हैं वो एप्पल, और उसमें से उसको भी खिला देती हैं, एडम को भी खिला देती हैं. तो ईश्वर बहुत नाज होते हैं. ये भी डिसोबे था, डिसोबे किया एडम ने और ईव ने, तो वो उनको जन्नत से निकाल देते हैं. ठीक है, तो तभी से जो है हम लोग ज़मीन पे रह रहे हैं. तो ये वाली कहानी है. तो ये कहानी इसके अंदर है। और कौन भड़काने का काम कर रहा है? शैतान का। तो शैतान हमेशा हमें बुरे कामों के लिए उकसाता है। ठीक है, तो ये क्या है? बैटल ऑफ गुड एंड इविल है इसके अंदर। लेकिन मैं अब नेहा जहांगीर से ये क्वेश्चन, ये तो बेसिक स्टोरी थी पैराडाइज लॉस्ट की। नेहा से मेरा सवाल ये है कि जब हम पैराडाइज लॉस्ट पढ़ते हैं तो हमें ऐसा महसूस होता है कि जो सेटन है उसको बहुत बड़े स्केल पे पेश किया गया है, उससे हम बहुत प्रभावित होते हैं। उसकी स्पीचेस निहायत शानदार हैं, हमें वो बहुत शानदार लीडर नजर आता है। और हमें कभी कभी ये शक होता है कि मिल्टन जो है वो पक्ष सेटन का ले रहा है, गॉड का नहीं ले रहा। तो आप इससे क्या सहमत हैं? डू यू थिंक दैट मिल्टन इज विद द डेविल्स पार्टी? अगर आप इसको सतही तौर पे पढ़ेंगे, सरफेस पे, तो आपको ऐसा लगेगा कि मिल्टन जो है वो डेविल के साथ हैं, सेटन के साथ हैं। लेकिन ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है, बिल्कुल नहीं है। क्यों? क्योंकि ये जो है सिर्फ सरफेस रीडिंग है। जब आप गहराई से पढ़ेंगे तो आपको मालूम होगा कि इसमें क्या क्या है। उन्होंने वेज ऑफ गॉड को जस्टिफाई किया गया है। द वेज ऑफ गॉड इज जस्टिफाइड इन द पैराडाइज लॉस्ट। यानी आपको ऊपर सतही पे पढ़ना। देखिए क्या होता है, आप कोई भी फिल्म आपको अच्छी क्यों लगती है? अंग्रेजी सेमिनार में आए, आपके पेपर्स को सुना, तो मैं चाहूंगा कि वो आशीर्वचन आपके लिए कुछ कहें।
Thank you, sir. Respected sir Faruqi sir, respected sir वेदवान जी, respected sir गरेग साहब, मेरे साथ पधारे डॉक्टर अशोक गुप्ता सर, एंड ऑल स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ इंग्लिश डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ इंग्लिश। आप लोगों ने अच्छा प्रेजेंटेशन दिया, जो पेपर पढ़कर मुझे बड़ी खुशी हुई। आपने एकेडमिक डेवलपमेंट के लिए अच्छे अचीवमेंट्स तैयार करे फारूकी सर, उसके लिए आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। और बच्चों ने जो प्रेजेंस दी है पेपर पढ़ के, उससे मुझे अच्छा लगा कि भाई फैकल्टी डेवलपमेंट वो के साथ साथ एकेडमिक डेवलपमेंट भी हो रहा है, कॉलेज का नाम बड़ा हो रहा है। कब बच्चों से मेरा निवेदन है क्लास में आए, कंटिन्यूटी में क्लास लें और डिपार्टमेंट को अग्रेसिव करें, बढ़ाएं। और आपने मेरा आत्मसम्मान और आदर सत्कार किया, उसके लिए डॉक्टर साहब, फारूकी सर एंड ऑल फैकल्टी मेंबर्स को मैं धन्यवाद। थैंक यू सो मच।
Anuksha Sirari to please come over. Anuksha is speaking on concepts of linguistics. She has chosen one concept, long and parole. Long and parole. This is a very important concept of linguistics. There is a dichotomy. So, you have pairs, okay? Like form and substance, long and parole, competence, performance and competence. This is what she's presenting, a paper on long and parole. It's not a paper, she's just telling you the outline of long and parole.
Good afternoon, everyone. Professor present here and all my colleagues. Today I'll be speaking upon the long and parole. Long is a stable and institutionalized, whereas parole is mobile and personal. Long is passive, whereas if we talk about parole, it's active. Long is a social fact and journal for the community, whereas parole is individual and idiosyncratic. It contains the negative limits on what a speaker must say if we talk about the long, whereas parole doesn't put any such limits. It's a sum of the properties shared by all the speakers of a community, whereas parole contains infinite number of individual properties. A scientific study can only be based on la long, whereas it's not amenable to scientific study if we talk about the parole. Long is an abstraction, whereas parole is a concrete manifestation. Long is a collective instrument, whereas parole is not a collective instrument. Long is a set of conventions and habits handed down to next generations ready-made, whereas the other one diverse and variegated. It's a language as a speaker is expected to use when we talk about long. Parole is a language in actual use. It's not a subject to social and individual process in long, whereas parole is susceptible to social and other pressures. Long is fixed, whereas the other one is free. Long is a potential form of a language, whereas parole is an actualized form of a language. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anushka Sirari. That was a very compact paper presentation on long and parole. Long and parole are are very important, very significant aspects or say concepts given by Ferdinand de Saussure. And we have the counterpart of this also given by Chomsky. Chomsky talks about competence and performance. अब मैं आपको बताना चाहूँगा कि ये है क्या दरअसल कॉम्पिटेंस एंड परफॉर्मेंस हो या लॉन्ग एंड पैरोल एक ही बात है. देखिए कॉम्पिटेंस क्या है. कॉम्पिटेंस जो कि हमें सब कुछ आता है, यानी हमें बेशुमार वर्ड्स आते हैं, ठीक है, बहुत नॉलेज है, लेकिन हम हमेशा उस नॉलेज का इस्तेमाल तो नहीं करते हैं. तो वो चीज़ क्या है, वो लॉन्ग है. ठीक है, सारा जो नॉलेज आपके अंदर स्टोर्ड है वो सब लॉन्ग है, और जिसका आप इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं वो पैरोल है. जो आपकी स्पीच है वो पैरोल है, ठीक है, जो आपका परफॉर्मेंस है वो पैरोल है. लेकिन जो आपकी कॉम्पिटेंस है, जो आपका पोटेंशियल है, जो आपकी नॉलेज आपने स्टोर की हुई है, वो सब जो है लॉन्ग में आता है, कॉम्पिटेंस में आता है. और जो आप यूज करते हैं प्रैक्टिकली डे टू डे लाइफ में वो पैरोल में आता है. बस इतना आसान सा है. तो लिंग्विस्टिक्स बहुत आसान है. जिन स्टूडेंट्स ने ऑफर कर रखी है उसको अगर मन से आप पढ़ेंगे समझ के तो बहुत अच्छी तरह समझ में आएगी. थैंक यू सो मच. अब Megha Sharma, okay, there is one more participant we have, Megha Sharma. Megha Sharma, although is not well, doctor has advised her not to speak. She has got some problem with her throat. But seeing you people, she said that she would also speak just a little. Although she has prepared a long paper, she's speaking on what topic? She is speaking on honesty is the best policy. She has prepared a wonderful paper. This is theme writing. This comes under theme writing. But she's just telling you a glimpse of a paper, right? Okay, yes.
A very good evening to all the teachers and my dear friends. My name is Megha Sharma, and today's my topic is honesty. Honesty is the best policy. Honesty is a powerful force that can provide direction and strength in the face of life. It is crucial aspect of life that everyone must learn. It is a foster the development of strong moral characters, good behavior, discipline, and the ability to follow rules and religions intelligently. Honesty has numerous benefits, including self discipline, contentment, awareness, truth, and the formation of a strong relationship. It is a brave and admirable quality that sets individual apart of cowards. Poets such as Rumi and Emily Dickinson have explored the nuance of truth-telling, suggestion that honesty need not always be blunt but can be conveyed with subtlety and grace. The educational system plays a vital role in shaping children's moral characterizations and should proactive essential moral practice and habits to nature honestly among children. The youth of a nation, it is future, not it is crucial to provide them with the opportunities to development of robust moral characters. Poet Rumi once said that truth was mirror in the hands of God. They fell and broke into pieces. Everybody took a piece of it, and they looked at it and thought they had the truth. These words resonate deeply, highlighting and multifaceted nature of the truth, honesty as its core, embrace and fragment, a reality of extents of unwavering sincerities. Thank you.
I appreciate Megha Sharma. Despite her bad throat, she could speak something, and she really spoke wonderfully. Thank you so much. She was speaking on honesty is the best policy. यकीनी तौर पे ईमानदारी एक बहुत अच्छी नीति है, आप जानते ही हैं. है ना, आपको कभी कभी हो सकता है शुरुआत में उसके अच्छे नतीजे ना मिलें, लेकिन आखिर में उसके अच्छे नतीजे मिलते ही हैं। तो ऑनेस्टी पे हमें हमेशा रहना चाहिए, चलना चाहिए। बहुत अच्छा पेपर था इनका। अब जो है वी हैव सीनियर फैकल्टी मेंबर डॉक्टर Vaidwan, Dr. S.S. Vaidwan amongst us. I request him to please come over here and shed light on the proceedings of the program today.
Thank you, Dr. Faruqi. And this is really a nice experience that we are meeting after, say, three or 4 months. Due to elections, we were not meeting regularly, but this is a great effort by Dr. Faruqi and the Department of English. All of you have participated and some of you have read really very good papers. We were just talking about the accent of this Siquera. Are you Siquera or Sikera? Sirari. So, she has a beautiful accent. I must appreciate. You read very well. And you have a really good accent क्योंकि you are using your tone and intonation, वो सारा का सारा था आपके उसमें. So really appreciable. Some of you might think, those who have not participated, है ना? Those who have not participated this time, please prepare yourself for the next slot. We will fix it soon in the department. Again, a paper reading session will be held. You will be informed in the groups, and we would like to welcome all those who have not participated this time. Okay? So, prepare it well and also try to read much more, because you are reading your text, that is okay. Also read something which is beyond text. Okay? Supplementary reading, जिसको हम लोग कहते हैं ना, supplementary reading. ठीक है? We keep sharing some materials in the groups. Go through those materials. ठीक है ना? Recently I shared you some questions about net and all that in the group. So go through those, take out the prints. They will help, क्योंकि वो solved answers हैं उनके साथ, solved questions हैं जो net के लिए I shared in the group. Then some terminology were shared. So go through these, take a print out, keep reading, because I think Dr. Saab will agree with me. I suppose that this is one of the brilliant batches in recent times we have. You have potential to qualify NET and go for college education professors, teachers, assistant professors. Okay? So don't indulge yourself in petty activities. Focus on your studies, prepare well, and go for NET. Okay? Even if you are in MA previous, fill the form, go for it. Okay? You will judge yourself. It will prepare you for your higher studies also, because you will have to consult so many books. And when you will consult books, you will gain knowledge. अभी बता रहे हैं ना कि to eat the fruit of knowledge. So that might be a myth. But if you really want to eat the fruit of knowledge, then go through the books. Read books. Grasp them. Okay? Not just skimming कि हाँ भाई पेज पलट दिए. Okay. No. एक बेकन है, बेकन. Okay? Francis Bacon. He has written beautiful essays. Short and sweet essays. And in one of them, of reading, of studies. So, buy that maxim, get that maxim from some books are to be and digested. Okay? So, your literary books, you should chew them and digest them. It will increase your knowledge. There is no fruit of knowledge. Okay? Reading, writing and practicing is the fruit of knowledge. Okay? Thank you very much once again. I really appreciate your presentations, and I had just asked Professor Faruqi that some of your papers, they might come in the college magazine, the upcoming college magazine, which he is in the editorial board. The next thing is, I distributed some feedback forms to you. I suppose all of you have filled those forms. These are forms for the IQAC, okay? We are going to have a NAC visit, NAAC NAC visit in the recent future, near I suppose within next month or so. So we'll utilize these feedback forms there. We also have feedback forms on the college website. Some of you might have visited college website. College की website देखी आपने BSR Government Arts College की. So in the section IQAC, we have some, in that students corner, we have put Google Forms for online feedback. Okay? Go to college website, open the Google Forms, fill your feedback. So that electronic also we assemble that feedback. Okay? I really thanks all of you for coming and presenting such beautiful papers. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Vaidwan ji, for engaging students. Dear students, I've been asking you to write assignments on each paper. I've been asking you to write at least 2 assignments on each paper, so that you have your examination preparation also along with that. And if your assignments happen to be original, if they are original writings of yours, then we can even include them, incorporate them into our magazine, college magazine. We are bringing out a college magazine in this month itself, right? And if you have anything good that you want to share with the fraternity of your college, then please do send it to me on my WhatsApp, right? We shall try to, if we find it worthy, then we'll include it in the college magazine. Mayank sir also happened to be there in the board. And once again, I thank you for your nice presentations. I request Dr. Mayank Garg. Professor Mayank Garg is a very senior professor here in the college and the senior faculty member of the department too. I call upon Mayank Garg to the dais, to the podium, and he would also, like Dr. Vaidwan sir, shed light on the proceedings and present a vote of thanks.
Thank you, Dr. Farooqi. Today, we organized a seminar, departmental seminar in the college, in the department. And as was expected, many of you were eager to present papers on different topics, particularly on linguistics and other literary aspects. And the presentations were really praiseworthy, remarkable. We will collect your papers and keep these papers in our records. We want you to speak on the dais so that your fear may go out. You may start speaking confidently, publicly, and you start speaking fluently on the matters of literature and linguistics. Your pronunciation was nice. Your answers when the questions were raised were pithy, to the point, and really it appeared as if you had gone through properly whatever you had presented here. These are the prompts, and you are supposed to speak confidently on the topics you are asked to speak. We wish to organize some more seminars in the department on different aspects of literature, on different aspects of linguistics, and we wish you to speak here on the dais with confidence and without any help, without using paper sheets and things like that. There is a literary forum in the department also. We wish you to participate in that forum. There is a college magazine. We wish you to contribute to that magazine, your articles, your anecdotes, your personal experiences, whatever you have written personally at your home. Please share with your friends and your teachers. So we wish you to take part in all these activities in the college. Write as much as is possible. Write your views, your experiences, your thoughts, so that later on in your life you may read those things, you may feel proud of your writing skills. These are good things for your later pleasures. So we request you to keep on writing, keep on reading things, and come to the department regularly, communicate with your teachers, remain in touch with your teachers, with your friends, and in this way you will be able to remain in touch of whatever is going on in the field of literature, whatever is being written in different journals, different books. You must remain in touch with latest things available. So I request you to attend the classes regularly. And it was a, now coming to the vote of thanks part.
You can even suspend, one girl is on the way, she's coming from Jaipur and she wants to present her paper.
Dr. Farooqi has been repeatedly, he has been repeatedly pointing out that one of the students has come directly from Jaipur only to participate in this seminar. So we should give her a big hand. One of them presented a paper. She was sick, having sore throat, yet she presented the paper. So it was again a nice thing. We are proud of her. Again, a big hand to her. Others presented papers, and their presentation was nice, remarkable. One on digital payment, etc. Other on Gray's poems. One on Milton's epic. Milton is really a difficult poet, and very few people are these days able to grasp what Milton wants to say, because his sentence structure is not very familiar to us. He writes in a Latin style, though in English, but the structure is Latin. So he is a very difficult poet. Yet the student prepared a paper on him, and it was really a nice paper. So I thank you all, those who presented the papers, those who attended the seminar, came from different places and enthusiastically attended the seminar. I thank Dr. Farooqi, who has been working hard on this seminar to organize the seminar. Dr. Vaidwan, he also took part here, though he is busy in other affairs of this college. Yet he spared time to come here, and he remained seated and took deep interest in the proceedings here. So I thank you both. Thank you very much to you all. Thank you.
Now, your senior students, so I would like one or two of you to say something about the seminar that you participated in, your impression. What do you think about it? right? Because like when you are there in a formal seminar, this is an activity, an important activity. After the seminar is over, then 2 or 3 participants are called upon the dais, and they are asked to share their points of view, their impressions about the seminar. So first of all, I would like to call upon Anuksha Sirari. Anusha Sirari has got a wonderful pronunciation. That is why I wanted her to be a part of the seminar, although she too was away from Alwar, and she was also not well, as she said.
So what are these type of methods? So without uh, getting into the deep, I would like to briefly talk about all these topics. So shall I elaborate, sir, or just briefly? Okay. So language is, you can imagine a recipe book. So how those terms, those ingredients which helps to make recipe. So language is like that, like it helps to communicate, how we communicate. It tells us about the how we communicate, how do we write, how to we should it helps to structure and guide how we communicate and how we real life English. So parole also now think of a chef actually. So how chef used the recipe to using the method to make a dish. Parole is the actual use of language in real life situations. It's the spoken or written expressions. Now, for example, in English, the rule might be use subject, verb, and object in orders like I eat apples. So it is a language. But when I say parole is when someone actually says I love eating juicy apples. Now come to competence and performance. Competence, this is your knowledge of the language rules. It's like having the ability to understand and use the grammar, vocabulary, and structure of a language. Performance, now imagine actually speaking in a conversation or writing an essay. Performance is the real-time application of your language competence. For example, if you know the rule, putting ed at the end of a verb makes it past tense. Your competence is understanding that. Your performance is when you say, I wanted to the store yesterday. So it is the performance, like how you use your knowledge into real life situations. And synchrony and diachrony. Synchrony thinks of a snapshot of language at a specific moment. So synchrony is the study of a language at a single point in time, like looking at a photo frozen in time. Diachrony, now imagine flipping through a photo album, seeing changes over time. Diachrony is the study of how language evolves and changes over different periods. For example, synchrony looks at English grammar today, while diachrony examine how the language evolved from Shakespearean times to now. So this is the basic difference in synchrony and diachrony. Diachrony is the changes in language and grammar also. So syntagmatic and paradigmatic relations, coming to the point on this. So syntagmatic relation, it is all about how words or elements come together in a sequence, like words in a sentence. And paradigmatic relation focus on the choices you can make within a category, like choosing a specific word from a set of synonyms. For example, in a sentence, syntagmatic, I have a red apple. So paradigmatic relation come into play when you choose red instead of yellow or green to describe the apple. So that's it. Thank you so much. I know I'm in hurry, so I didn't make good presentation, but thanks for giving me the opportunity and thanks for listening me.
Yes, Pooja Sharma, no, the paper was nice. Okay, although you prepared the paper at a very short notice, so your effort is in fact praiseworthy that way. Now you may take your seat. Do you have any question to ask her? Any queries? No. Okay. Now it's over. Let us have a group photograph, then we may disperse. Okay. Can you all gather here so that we can have a group photograph from there?